Guess who's back? Back again. It is Hartlepool, episode number 3, season number 3. Not much to say in the intro, apart from stuff that I would say, but it'd be spoiling the last episode, which some of you guys might not have seen, so go watch that before this one. Yes guys, welcome back to episode number 3, season number 3. I've just said the same thing again, of the Hartlepool United career mode on FIFA 22, as I'm going to show you the calendars for today, and of course the last episode, so it's going to be spoiled, but you should have seen it, because you should have the bell on, and you should be subscribed to the channel, should be, as I'm saying that all the time. We are on 4-2-1-5 at the moment, which is absolutely amazing, like our form, which of course I've spoiled right now, as we've got 4 games today. We got a transfer deadline day in there as well, as we are going to be playing Bournemouth away in the Carabao Cup, as then we're going to move on away to Brentford, ex-Premier League of course now, then we'll take part in deadline day, and of course we've got a week and a bit. Before that we'll simulate Peterborough, posh at home, and then we will play away at the Vitality against AFC Bournemouth, a very, very good team. And they might cause a bit of a challenge. Speaking of challenges, picking the team for these games in the next couple of fixtures is going to be very, very difficult. You can see, well, you could see the graphic at the side right there. Talk about Tyler Maglio. What a performance he had. And loads of other players in that first game of, well, the last game, should I say, of the last episode. As we do need to rotate for the cup, but we already have a rotational side out, so a little tweak, I think. As this is the lineup I'm going to be going with. It's going to be Ingram in goal, of course, our rotational keeper. First time seeing this youngster in game. As then we've got Angus, the same, at right wing back in game. As Maglio fills in at right centre back. We're going to try him in centre back. We haven't done that yet, and that is his favoured position, with Reece Staunton and Sean Raggett, and then Ferguson on the left wing back slot with Harrop, Adams, Valakari, same midfield, and Norwood with Bogle up front, as we've got a bench of Butterworth, Basui, Kamara, Evans, Johansson, Bolton, Marinovic. It's a slightly, well I say slightly, it's a very much weaker team to even the last one against Fulham, which was weak in itself. But we got a result there, we got a draw. Of course, can't draw in this one, away in Bolton, should I say, as we need to get a result. And Bolton's team, Joel Dixon, Gethering Jones, Richard Santos, Noah Winkler, Liam Gordon, George Thomason, Ali Crawford, Sheenan, Kachunga, Bakayoko and Afoyalan. As of course there's only one winner in a cup game, so let's make sure it's us as Josh Harrop. These are in our division, don't forget. They started in League 1, we started in League 2, both in the Championship, both doing well for ourselves as whoa! That's a rough tackle to start us off with, and he's in the book. So we'll take this free kick rather quick as Maglio passes it in. It's Thomason who's picked up the yellow card. Shelton, or Staunton should I say, to get the ball right there. Shelton left it ages ago as Harrop is going to try and whip one in. Gordon with a block. The Carabao Cup first round is of course only one of 2 games we've won so far, as Ingram tested for the first time that I've seen at least, and it's an easy save for him as Maglio not very good at centre back there. Mo Adams, he's having a shaky start to the season this year, but he was injured for a whole year last time out, so I don't blame him. As Angus released right here, can he do what Luke Bolton does in that right wing back role, as it's a decent cross, just men not there in time. Gordon with the ball to the edge of the box right here. Thomason on the ball again, good block from Reece Staunton. As Bolton, not the best team in this game, it's 50-50, but they're making chances for themselves, or trying to at least, as Kachunga gives it to Ali Crawford and he blazes one over. And Gordon with the ball running down this wing right here, as he's going to maybe cut back. No, he doesn't. Don't know what he's doing with the ball right here. We're trying to get there as Maglio with a block. Oni Valakari now into Norwood, and Norwood is going to run this forward. What can James Norwood do back in the team? He's got Bogle up front with him, gives it to Bogle. Can he return it? Good control, but doesn't. And we're all inside of Bolton's half right here, as now we go on an attack. Open game, this one, as Ferguson, the full-back on the other side to Angus, whips a ball in, which wasn't a good one. Bakayoko to run away with this. Gives it on to Ali Crawford, now on to Jones. Good pressure. And it's bounced off him. We've got just under 10 minutes left, plus added time of this first half, as Bogle here is going to whip one in. Only Valakari, it's over him. However, they might finish the stronger of the first half as Bakayoko. That's good running as Sean Raggett has to get it almost off the line, just a bit in front though, as Bakayoko. That's got to be offside into Sheehan, and is, as we've just survived a little bit of a scare. Ingram, of course, narrowing the angle, but he isn't the tallest of keepers. I've noticed that straight away. Never actually checked his height, as at half-time, it is 0-0 with Bolton in this second round of the Carabao Cup. As Jones gives the ball into Thomason right here. Crawford, Bakayoko, now Thomason again. Sheehan round the corner into Bakayoko. That's actually a decent run. Maglior, beautiful tackle. No, that can't be given. Straight away in this second half, Bolton have a dangerous position of this free kick, and I don't think that was a foul. It's going to be Captain Ali Crawford to hit it, I think. Or maybe Sheehan. He's got a decent one, just wide. Bit confused how that was given as a free kick in the first place, though, as Bogle, good touch there, onto Norwood. Just not reaching him, as this strike partnership that did work in League 2. I've trusted them against the Championship side, and they haven't done the business. To be fair, they've not been given much service, but not great. I was hoping to put Busowu on, but I think it's got to be Butterworth, as Sheehan with a good tackle right there as well. And we're going to make one change. Well, I'm not actually. It's time me to put Lee Evans on, who's always tired after a runabout, so no. He will be saved for the Championship, as Raggett through the middle into Mo Adams right here. He's going to get a bigger shot in this game to prove himself, as Josh Harrop running with it now, and that was a heavy touch. As in fact, he stayed down as Josh Harrop after that heavy touch, as Staunton with a good tackle. I'm going to get him off straight away as Butterworth comes on for Bogle, and Kamara will come on. One of the youngsters is one of the midfielders who were on the bench, so they're going to get the shot as Jones into Kachunga now, and they're going to still try and move forward as it a little bit, as Kamara makes a good opening tackle straight away in this game and get running. He is 63 rated, not the worst, as there's a run from Butterworth, chips it over the top. A good ball from Kamara into Butterworth, into Norwood! And that had to go in. I'll try and get something late on in this game, as every single ball they've played has been a chip over the top, but to absolutely no one, as they've passed it to no one again right there. And that's a good pass forward from the left wing back. Ferguson, let's get it right, as there's our right wing back, Dion Angus, but he's offside. As Maglior has it here, he's passed one through the middle straight away onto James Norwood, who's going to get running. What can he do right here? Kamara around the overlap. Can he shoot? He can! And he can score! The youngster might have put us into round 3 off the bench for the injured Josh Harrop. And Kamara, he was a wanted man, don't forget, for transfers in the summer. Actually gets us a brilliant goal. Look at this. It's a great little run off the ball. First time strike with the left foot. Keeper, no chance. 1-0 late on. Great feeling, as we're hoping that's the winner, and we are still unbeaten this season thanks to Kamara. As a pass off to Ferguson, flooding forward a bit, as Bolton of course have to go attacking to try and get something from that game, but what a ball into Norwood, who again, I mean, he was close to the keeper on that occasion, but might possibly, well, yeah, possibly has to do better. Just dink it over him or something, as Ali Crawford, ball round the corner, Angus cuts out, Maglior with the header backwards into Butterworth, and Norwood with a good run. Kamara trying to get forward with him, as he's more fit of course, and he's got the ball here, tries to cut inside of Jones but fails on that opportunity, as just needs to defend for 2 more seconds. It's Kachunga, Gordon, full time, 1-0 Hartlepool. Very, very good result, and we're into the third round of the Carabao Cup. The big boys again could be in this one. We love getting towards a Premier League side in this cup, and of course beating anyone before us, because that was just fantastic. But we've got to back it up. Bolton actually joint on points with us in the league as well, as we did rest players for that as well. And Brentford are bottom of the playoffs, as Josh Harrop's going to be out for a week, so he will miss this game. And we've actually received a transfer offering for one of our other players playing well. Tondela want Maglior, the centre-back, and they want to pay under $1 million for him. I don't think that's reasonable, gotta say no. And I think this is the squad I'm going to go for in this next, of course, Championship fixture. Marinovic back in goal. It was hard to pick this. Bolton for Mayo, Staunton, Raggett, Andrew. This is because Maglior's the most tired defender, most fatigued. He's going to step out for it, as Valakari, Evans and McAtee make up the midfield. Going to tie McAtee on the left with Butterworth and John. I'm actually going to swap these two around, although Butterworth does do better on the left. John hasn't done well on the right. See how it goes, as I need to change that. I don't want Norwood on the bench. I want Bogle, who's more fit. He's done better. Basui and Kamara still there. The regens. We're going to go for Anderson over Adams because he is absolutely knackered. And we will go with that to the Bees. And the starting 11 for Brentford. David Raya still in goal. Mads Ruselev, Charlie Good, Pontus Jansson, William Castillo, don't know how that's said. Lewis Gordon, Norgard, De Silva and Janelt with Visser and Dersi-Voglu. No Ivan Toney. Looks like they've lost a few others as well. It does look like a high championship side, I'd say this. Just low Premier League. And of course they have been relegated. And despite getting a win in the Carabao Cup, we want to keep us form up. We want to, of course, keep us form up in the Championship, especially the new league. We're doing very well, and I think we sit 9th. Yes, I didn't really check before, as Evans spreads the ball out right here. We could be higher up if we win this game, and that's all we've got to think about. As Bolton cuts inside, needs a ball right there, gives it back to Lee Evans. Shot, blocked by Good, and a handball right on the edge. We don't have Josh Harrop, but we do have James McAtee and Danny Andrew. Who's the better? It's Danny Andrew, isn't it? Definitely from this angle, I'd say as well. Come on, Danny. You have to put this in the back of the net. He scored a very pivotal free kick last season. And he hits the roof of the net just this year. Big chance we should have done better with, in my opinion, as Rhys Staunton gives it into Lee Evans. Norgard coming in hard with a tackle. And that even rhymed as Raggett gets it into Staunton. Now Firmino. Akin Firmino has done very well for us this year. On to Bolton. Great ball. Whips it in. Headed away from Pontus Jansson. Can we get there, please? On the edge, we don't. But Lee Evans sweeps everything up. I do love Lee Evans since he's come into the club. Of course, last episode as Valakari. Now on to Logan John. Logan John, there's a man down for them. Don't know how he's fallen over as John turns. And he's tackled again. No free kick this time. And Russ left to run away with it. As where's he going to go? Back in the centre. Josh De Silva into Norgard. Dersi-Voglu chasing it around a little too much for my liking, as that one is completely out. And a goal kick for us, as we'll give it straight into Sean Raggett. Raggett over the top. Going to try and get forward a little bit. It's Bolton. Tackled. No, that's not a good thing to do. Lose it straight away. Dersi-Voglu. That's come from our mistake. Brentford take the lead at, of course, the new Brentford Stadium. Shocking start. We missed the free kick, and then that happens. It's a heavy touch from Luke Bolton. Visser with the ball through. No centre-back goes to shut Dersi-Voglu down. It's 1-0 to the Bees. Not happy with that, as Butterworth, though. We're going to try and still get his head on things as James McAtee across into Oni Valakari. That's a good hook out into Luke Bolton. And Luke Bolton, can he keep the ball this time? He does. I think he was fouled there again, but nothing's getting given as Butterworth back to goal. Evans. Butterworth now facing it a little bit. Shoots. Falls to Evans with a rocket to Raya. And Johan Visser with the ball onto Dersi-Voglu again, and he's scored again. Oh, come on, lads. I mean, we've done very well this season, but this is, although they are Brentford in the high up, this is not a good game. It's too easy for him to run onto. It's a cut back, passing to Visser, and Sean Raggett, the captain, keeps him onside as Marinovic, no chance, 1-on-1. 2-0 down. And that may cause us some trouble as Johan Visser, he's definitely one doing it. 2 assists. Dersi-Voglu can't get that round the corner for Mayo. Now into Bolton. If we get one back, maybe we're in with a shot. We should have got the first goal of the game, though, as Butterworth. Dan Butterworth cutting back, just laying it off into Lee Evans. Now across, look at Logan John pointing to where he wants it. Going to get it one more. That's a good passing to Danny Andrew, and what a save from David Raya. What a save from the Spaniard. It's still 2-0. And that should have been redemption for Danny Andrews from the free kick, as it's not a good corner. Can we win the second? We do. Danny Andrew winning that, and it's on flicked to Butterworth. Tried to cross it in, chasing it down. Keeper gets there. And 2 additional minutes of this first half added on us. Please don't make it be 3. Roodslev playing well from this right-hand side. Cuts back. Ball to the edge of the box. Janelt, De Silva. Back to De Silva. Norgard. Come on, Dersi-Voglu. That's a good tackle, but it's going to get given. Of course it is. Oh, why did I slide? Why did I slide? I was always showing a risk, but that's not a penalty. It's a FIFA penalty, yeah. And it doesn't even show the replay, as Viss has been by far the best player this game. Can we save the spot kick? No, it's floated in the top bin. It's a terrible half of football. The worst half of football since being in this league, as it is 3-0 to the Bees. 3-0. Johan Visser 2 assists, 1 goal in 45 minutes of football, and that is a good one. Marinovic, of course, sent the wrong way. And it's going to be immediately half-time after this. So I'll say my half-time stuff right now. Gotta be better in the second. And I'm going to flick to it here. Straight into the second half. Can we be better? We've had loads of 0-0s and 1-1s, so scoring 3 goals would be difficult. As McAtee onto Lee Evans. Valakari just in front. A bit of a gap right here to run into, though. And if we could get one back, you never know. McAtee over the top. Logan John with his first chance, and Raya. David Raya, what is he on? It's an amazing save again as corner ball. Got plenty of players flooding that box, but the keeper catches it. Just trying to get our players back in their faces. There's a turn right there, and Marinovic, maybe a catch, but of course he's not decided to do it, so corner ball for the hosts as Presley comes on for Visser. That is a stupid, bizarre subbers. Maybe I should have had my words because Presley just hits the crossbar from the corner, but I would have never took Johan Visser off in this one as Presley turns again, and we've managed to just get the ball away. And pushing forward, putting pressure on the beats right here as David Raya has deserved a clean sheet, but we're going to try and stop him from having one as, oh, the flick on from McAtee isn't good enough, but it's a good tackle from Butterworth. Just chip that across, please. There we go. It's one back. It's James McAtee's first goal for the club, and get the ball. It's the first one back against Brentford. We've managed to squeeze it in, and I've still got no faith can come back because it's took a long time, but at least he's got a header and he's off the mark for the club. I just know there's still a lot more to do as we've got the ball immediately again. On to Logan John. Run over the top looks a good one for Bolton to try and get there as he is flooding forward. I do like him forward, so I've tried to make him more central as Janel, oh, with a good ball through though, and we've pushed his team forward a bit. Dursavoglu, he's still on the field. The striker who's got 1 goal already. He's got an easy pass into the middle and Presley scores 4-1. You take the risk of pushing your team forward upfield and that happens. Yeah, it's just what you got to do, isn't it? Take risks, and sometimes risks do not pay off. It looks like it hasn't this time. Brentford showing me how a promotion-chasing team should play in this division as Bosu put him on for Logan John, who's still not off the mark. McAtee's off the mark before him. I would have never imagined that as Valakari keeping it. 2 little tackles on his back, but of course referee's just blind to it as Evans now looks for Butterworth, and that's summing the game up. And there is the full-time whistle for this one. Our first defeat of the championship season comes very, very heavily from Brentford. 4-1 in the end. Should have been 3-1. Should have been 3-2. Should have been 3-3 with the chance we had in the first half, but not to be. The Bees outplayed us in front of goal. Well played to him as we've got straight away a transfer offer in for Samuel Ingram as backup keeper, and it's one with a player in it. Not too bad, you know. It doesn't look too bad. Lucas Schoff, 22-year-old, but no use for him. And we're closing in, of course, here on deadline day. Is it going to skip to it? Of course, got to do training first. Training comes first, as I only have one signing in mind. If we do go in for him, even Blackpool spending loads of money. Look at Brentford. They've made 104 million and they're still winning games. I mean, that is fantastic from them as us. Reasonable for our first division back, of course. And we signed John, then McAtee. John McAtee, look him up. What a man he is, as looks like many teams are spending though. Bournemouth, they bought Fauna from us. As do we make... I'll show you who I'm thinking of, but then I might save it for the winter transfer window. Dennis Adrian from Sheffield Wednesday. We played him last season. He's too important to sell anyway, and he's the only player I had in mind. Another workhorse to maybe go in the midfield. But Valakari's good. McAtee's, of course, good now. It's just Mo Adams who needs a bit of form. I'm just currently seeing here if anyone wants to come in for any of our players, but it doesn't seem like anyone wants to. So it might be a very quiet deadline day, which we either have one or the other. We either have one where we just kind of panic buy, or we just have one that has nothing. As we've got a manager offer though, St Etienne wanting us, and that's a lot of money. That's 104k a week. Oh my days! But I'm going to turn it down. Would have loved to accept it, but not my style. As we've also had no one come in for our players that are on the loan list. Kamara being one of them who's proven himself, so I don't get that much, as we've got Peterborough next. We need to try and get back on form at home, of course, but this is simulated, and they are rock bottom of this division. And I was thinking about making a change, but I don't know if I actually can anymore. Harrop's back. We'll take Anderson off the bench because Kamara's playing well, and Valakari out because McAtee did score. Be harsh to drop him. And we've got Adams waiting on the bench for Kamara as well. But I'm going to go with the youth player for now on that bench as we'll go and simulate this. Come on, quick sim. Please get a result. They're copying our formation slightly as we get a 1-0 win. Akinfenmewo, the centre-back with a header. Now that is what you love to see. Even kind of dominated, but I don't care. Back up to 11th. A win makes up for that loss as we've got a monthly scouting report as well. Any hidden gems in here? Oliver Jarvis maybe. Tyler Stone maybe as well. Elijah Carey. And nothing else. From playing rock bottom at home to playing top away. Bournemouth are going to be a challenge as we've got some tired players in there as well. Our full or wing backs, keep calling them full backs, and Evans. So I think, sorry Kamara, I've got to drop you to the reserves for this. Adams will have to come on for Evans, but I'm going to trust Evans to start. Maglio can come on for Bolton and Ferguson for Andrew. So that's the perfect lineup. Same team again that just won against bottom of the league Posh. This time against the top of the league Cherries. And I didn't make the pun. Cherries on top. How did I not think of that earlier? As Mark Travers in goal, Jack Stacey, Chris Mepham, Lloyd Kelly, Juan Suarez, Ben Pearson, Sasa Lukic, Ryan Christie with Brooks, Korab and Sidiye. That is a Premier League team. This far into the save, yeah, I'd definitely say it is Premier League worthy as. Let's get started off, shall we? We'll try and knock them off their perch. And bite the... Well, I don't know what pun to make. As here we go. Ball straight through to Bournemouth, though. And they've cut it back a little bit too much as we rushed out with Marinovic to try and shut the angle off. Of course, they didn't score from it anyway, so all good, as hopefully it's not a big thrashing like Brentford was. I would take a point in this, judging by their league position, but we're going to go all out. As Sidiye with a good turn right there. Edge of the box, Christie, now onto Ben Pearson. Now onto Lukic again, chasing shadows as Pulkrab, the striker, the big striker with a back heel into Lukic. Shot, crossbar or post, whatever it was. Still not cleared. Sidiye at Staunton. And that's a lively start from Bournemouth. Got to keep our backsides out of that danger as well. Maybe I should have started Maglio. Look at the pace that Sidiye has. But Akinfenmewo, goal scorer last time out with good pace to keep him up. As now John turns, runs with it a little bit. The high-rated player shoots. There was a tackle coming in on him as well. I think I would have rather had the free kick. Still not to be though, as Bolton, great tackle, onto Dan. What can Butterworth do right here? It's a good cut inside. Logan John still yet to score, and this might be the best chance he gets. He's through on goal. He's got a man on his back. John scores against top of the league. It's 1-0 Hartlepool. Logan John has broke it. Look at that, celebrating, mocking the Bournemouth fans, kissing the badge and the air. As it's 1-0 Pool. Great finish as well. Chipped straight over the top to yours truly, who just has to put it past the keeper one-on-one. This time, no doubt about it. A bit scuffed, but they all go in. Well, this one at least. 1-0 against top spot as John straight away around the corner though. Danny Andrew. That's a good cross, you know. Oh, I was dreaming for a slight second there of two, but Suarez trying to charge us down. And that's a corner ball. Okay, we'll take that. I thought it was a goal kick as McAtee deep towards Logan again. Headed away this time and falls to pull grab. And Lukic with a ball right there. Pearson easily getting on it as Brooks almost there, but just off it a little bit as Bolton now onto Harrop, Butterworth, Evans. And that's half time. 1-0. Didn't even notice the time. We will take that. 1-0 against top of the league at the half-hour mark. Well, not half-hour mark. You get what I mean, but it's great. Let's see what we can do in this second half as McAtee onto Josh Harrop. I'd love another goal, and look at that. If he's onside here, John, he's made a little decent move. I mean, he's out wide a bit, but he can try and cut back in as the ball won't squeeze through to Butterworth, though. Mark Travers almost over his line a bit as Kelly passes it forward. Absolute hero, Lloyd Kelly. We know, of course, we stole a lot of Bournemouth players in the Grimsby save. Talk about that a lot, but that is my baby of a save. That is my absolute favourito. Hopefully this maybe could take over, although they're on an attack, and it's looped in the top bin. What a shot from Anthony. What a shot. Now there is no saving that one. Wasn't powerful or nothing, just very, very looped. Fizzed into his man there, gets a 1-2, and very well done. And that's putting us in pole position for another draw as it stands, which is just perfect, isn't it? However, they're going to come at us a little bit. Stacey with the ball out wide. Raggett with a block, and we're going to chip that out here into McAtee. McAtee across into Valakari. He's going to keep the ball somehow, and yes, keeps it very well. Now in the defensive position. Oh, that chip had to be perfect, Butterworth. Just a little bit off from him as Harrop to run forward. Josh Harrop. Come on, pass inside. Now Butterworth through to Bolton. This is a good move. Back onto Butterworth. Shoots. Just went for it, and Noni Valakari picking straight up on it and wasting it. As Butterworth. Another ball around the corner though, so still, I'd say we're plodding along just nicely. They've dominated the game, but we're getting a bit of football going, as I thought maybe an own goal, but Mark Travers always catching that one in the 10 or just over 10 minutes to go. Of course, a draw, not the worst result, as Anthony went for another long shot there. You could see him lining up. Pearson winning the ball back onto Anthony again, and I've heard Brentford absolutely smashing Birmingham, so it wasn't a one-off with us, as that's a good ball into Lukic, and it's happened. It's happened. Bournemouth. When you're top of the league, we found that out last season. When you are top, you just find the luck out of nowhere. And two top bin screamers from Bournemouth have just shown where they found the luck from, through the box, right in there. 2-1. Absolutely gutting. So we are, of course, ultra attacking now, but we've got caught out a little bit. David Brooks, pace merchant. Oh, it's off the crossbar and post. And for Maywo gets it away a little bit as the final whistle goes. And we've still lost it. We've still lost it. 2-1 Bournemouth. We're 1-0 up. Logan John's first goal. At least there's a positive to take. They played very well. We played very well, but oh well. As it certainly would have had an impact. Don't get too big-headed, Lee Evans. You've just joined from a league below, don't forget. And you were tired. I don't think you'd appreciate it if I want to put you in the next game because you wouldn't have been fit enough, as we are 14th. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 draws. -1 goal difference, but it's rock solid mid-table football that we're playing at the moment. Nothing too good, nothing too bad. As we're going to hopefully push on next episode though. We've got as players now confirmed in the team. No transfers, of course, until the new year comes around, as we are 6 points away from the relegation zone, which Swansea occupy. Interesting. As unfortunately, guys, this is it for now as well. Thank you all for watching. Only 4 games because we had deadline day and all that today. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. So next episode, when I'm talking about not missing this episode, you wouldn't have missed it because you would have had the bell on, if you understand me, if you get the gist, as I will hopefully get to see you all tomorrow. Take care, in a bit. That sounded a bit creepy. And peace.